back to Let's Talk Live on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. The penalty for coming late is you introduce yourself. The penalty for coming late, you buy everybody breakfast and then you introduce yourself. Okay, we have another member of the cast who just arrived.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Gail here.
Gail who?
Gail Hannah.
Gail Hannah.
Yes.
Okay, and you're a member of the cast.
I am a member of this exciting and dynamic cast.
Wow, that's a good way to describe it. We've been having some lessons on improv theater this morning.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into it?
That is actually an excellent question to which I am not sure of the answer. The thing about Justice Gardens and the sport is you somehow just find yourself there. You know somebody who is there, or somebody tells you to come out and try this thing, and the next thing you know, it's 6 years later, and you have another show coming up again. So
you could find Justice Gardens?
If I could find it?
Yeah, you think you could lead me to it?
Of course.
Okay.
It's something like Sesame Street. We can show you the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I ask you to tell me where Justice Gardens is right now, you could tell me?
Yes, your first step is to purchase a ticket at the Dundas. It'll be about $20 in advance, $25 at the door.
Yeah.
And we also have a Justice Gardens passport that you'll bring along, as well as an extra belly. Because as you know, the one that you have will be busted.
Oh, okay. You need an extra belly. You'll be laughing your belly to pieces. Okay. So what are you gonna do on Saturday?
I have a few different roles. As I'm sure you've heard, everybody can take on a role at any given time.
We know, but Maybelline.
Maybelline?
Yeah.
Who's Maybelline?
Listen, gal, you're young, right? they call me Mabel now.
Oh, the Miss Bahamas pageant contestant?
The Justice Gardens all-age beauty pageant finalist.
Beauty pageant.
Finalist.
Okay.
Yes, please.
About
My
to be queen.
apologies, Miss Maybelline.
Yeah, they just call her Mabel now, though. She lost the lean in her 40s.
Okay. Now, I understand this production is fully sponsored. Fully sponsored.
Fully sponsored. Yes, the Sport 242 is fully sponsored by RTV, our local cable station. We are so thankful for them for helping us get our brand of comedy to the Bahamas. But we are also sponsored by a company in Justice Gardens.
A special sponsor.
Called Ultra Wash, which is a cleaning company where you get to go and clean your clothes. But we got to play their commercial or they'll take their sponsorship from us. So if the producer can play the Ultra Wash commercial for us, please.
Ariel, hurry, man, pass me the detergent.
Mom, what you want, Charmaine?
I tell you, my mother named me Sha Mena.
What you want,
I
Charmaine?
need the detergent. Where?
Listen, I'm trying to watch this show.
Mom, what is this we trying to watch? So?
Just the Spot 242, and if I miss it, then I gotta wait till next week.
Girl, you crazy, when but the TV, you know you could watch this live. What? Where? Yes, girl, right down there by the Dundas on Market Street.
Oh, when?
August 11th, the 18th, and the 25th.
Girl, you going with me?
How you mean I don't miss that for the world?
Oh, what it costs to go?
Well, it's $20 when you get it in advance, you know? Or you can catch all 3 shows for one little watch special, only $50.
Girl, we can catch that.
Yes, and even if you come to the door, it's only $25. But what you gonna see for that $25 ain't worth it.
Hey,
Yes,
but
girl.
yeah, look like I gotta wait to come to Ultra Wash to see the show.
No, girl, you could be in Justice Gardens for yourself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Aha! Ultra Wash.
They wrinkle ya, sprinkle ya, whenever the light on.
They wrinkle you,
They wrinkle you, sprinkle you whenever the light on.
Well, the light wasn't on last night.
Unfortunately, it wasn't. Boy, hey, that's a whole other story.
Now, we hope the light be on Saturday night.
Well, even if the light ain't on, we could be there and we can make you laugh.
You'll be wrinkling and sprinkling.
For sure.
In fact, we have performed in the dark before.
We have.
We started the show, and minutes before the show started, BC said, well, let's see how good y'all really is.
We perform in the dark. We perform outdoors with a storm going on. Remember Nirvana?
Yep, that's true. It was raining heavy that night.
Raining heavy.
And so BEC is now BPL, so the light should stay on. You think that?
No. You know. No. It's not the lights. We hope. All we can do is cross our fingers like everybody else who live in this country.
Yeah.
Cross our fingers and
Hopefully we get GB power soon.
Well, you sure? You sure you want them?
Well, they only cut off during storms.
Okay, all right.
If y'all take too long, Justice Gardens Power Company coming to Nassau to show y'all how to generate
Yeah, because y'all
power.
already got Ultra Wash.
believe it. And we got a variety of businesses that's similar to businesses in the Bahamas. You know, y'all dirties, we got filthies. You know what I mean?
Y'all got everyone wins. We have better luck next time.
Okay, we got to open the telephone lines this morning for you, the audience, to participate in our conversation. Our numbers to call 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. We have a call. Let's go to the telephone lines. Good morning. You're on Let's Talk Live.
Good morning, Mr. Carlton Smith. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Sparky, you only call in this morning if you telling us you go into Justice Gardens this weekend or next weekend or the following weekend.
Yeah, I was calling to find out. I think I can't do it this weekend because my car down.
Okay.
No Jitney is coming Friday State. And with my little injuries, I can't climb over the hill to get to Blue Hill Road to get a Jitney.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to ask Miss Green with what the woman named Maybelline? What the woman name?
My name is Mabel.
The one the character you say you're doing with the dress.
It's Maybelline.
Oh yeah. Now when you go into when Maybelline go into Jitney, she can't carry hot tea and hot coffee, right?
No, well, if you know how to do it properly. I've been smuggling things on the jitney for years now.
Yeah, you know it's dangerous, you know.
I know. I
'Cause-
almost
'cause
get
you
catch
know
smuggling
with them
sugar
pot-
apple on the jitney.
Yeah, but them pothole what they dig last night, you know the government got one groups go around digging pothole in the night.
Listen,
Well, actually, if you come to the show, Sparky, you will see that villain. We got a name for that villain who's go around and create potholes.
So tell
No,
tell
that's
Sparky who the
that's the-
Prime Minister is.
The Prime Minister in Justice Gardens is the Right Honorable Hubert Minus.
Yeah, you would mind it. But you know they got one special crew that's red black in the night like ISIS. You can't see them good.
no,
And
no.
what they do, they dig the pothole in the night while everybody's sleeping.
Yeah.
So it's a job enhancement thing for the people who is repair inner and outer tie rod ends, and it's mess up your It's a good employment scheme because when you mess up your front suspension system, then you got to go and buy the tie rod in and outer and your new shock absorber. Then you got to go to the company to get it fixed, and then the company pay the boys who put it on the rack. So it goes around and around, but you got to know how to
How to
get
work
them
it.
new pothole every morning. Don't think you're ducking no corner now. Any corner you get, they can grab you.
You're absolutely right. It even touches the low end because you gotta
I
buy.
see Carlton Bahama Avenue by where AID is, where the place is.
That's
with the
Coconut
self-
Grove
the
Avenue.
very expensive part.
Coconut Grove Avenue.
That's Coconut Grove. Man, Carlton, don't lie.
Yeah.
They started digging that up about 3 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the tractors them gone.
So Sparky, you auditioning for Justice Gardens now?
I think they can find a spot for me because
Well,
I
listen,
could.
the
I could
superhero,
like
the
that.
Justice Avengers need you because Dr. Crater, you are right. Dr. Crater and his henchmen are out of control,
Making these portals.
right? All in the middle of the night.
Carlton, please, when you live there, I know you see a special assignment. Please get Ministry of Works to come on the show and tell us when they can fix Bahama Avenue. Because, I mean, with the rainy season coming, that whole place could be an international swimming pool.
Now,
Okay.
Sparky, you're ungrateful because the government trying to give you an outdoor pool.
Exactly.
They're trying to give you an outdoor jacuzzi and you're just complaining. See, you
With all
got
with all that white curry in it.
you call that a spa special, right?
Man, that's where the black people live. You know, if
That's-
they go in that pool, they can end up coming out as a conky Joe.
That's for exfoliation, exactly.
But some of us have our rights to do that. But
Yeah.
listen, don't block my hustle, Sparky, because my grandnephew have a tire shop, and I spend all my days dropping nails and screws in the parking lots and the side of the road so he could have some business. The government don't want to help
That's a
people.
good plan too. Because if you go and you swim in that pool to Bahama Avenue, and they come out, everybody can be teasing you because they can say you're bleaching. Have a good day, everyone.
Okay, Sparky. Sparky's auditioning for the spot next season.
Potholes PSA.
And the spot is open
Mm-hmm.
to people from 18 to 80.
18 to 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at 80 though, you have to be in bed by 9 o'clock.
Right.
And we can't guarantee to get you back at your house by 9 o'clock if you're over 80, right? So 18 to 80. We welcome all ages.
So who's the oldest member of the cast? Well, not by name, but what is the age of the oldest member of the cast? Anybody knows?
We have a cast that ranges from about 20, well, I'd say 18 to about 45.
Okay.
No, no.
Anywhere
no.
from the range of 45,
I think early 50s.
50.
Don't forget Mother.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So I'd say up to about 55.
So
Yeah.
We
yeah.
have a.
So from 18 to 55.
If I could tell her story just quickly, we have this cast member. She's relatively new. This would be her second year, and last year when she joined the cast, she buck up into the producer or found the producer's number, and called him.
I like that. She buck up into the producer. That's how. That's how Bahamian.
and call him and say, listen, I just finished watching your show on television and I need to be a part of that. And she just made her way to every practice last year. And being a newbie, there's no guarantee that you're going to have a speaking role, right? And there's even for the veterans, there's no guarantee that you're going to be in a skit.
No guarantee.
No, there's
So
no
you
guarantee.
join the group, and you join the group anticipating that you will be on stage, and you could be disappointed.
Your heart might get broken that night.
It depends on what you consider disappointment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we try to explain to everyone that you have to learn roles first, and if you try to jump the gun, then we will have no space for you. You could feel free to remain in the wings and help out as much as you could backstage, but if you don't play your role the way you're supposed to, or if you don't if we don't see that spark in you for that character, then you're gonna get pulled.
So you don't walk in there and becoming the superstar overnight.
Oh
Right.
no.
You can though. It's very possible, but you have to have it,
Right.
Right.
like straight up.
And then even as a veteran, I understand. I have an idea, and I'm all ready to go out on stage, and somebody says something that makes the entire cast realize, including me, that other person is the perfect person for that moment. And you got to just be able to let them go. Let them take that character and breathe life into it.
And that's actually a solid part about the sport too, is how other people have their strengths. Sometimes someone might come up with a great idea, and they don't have to be in it at all, but because they such a creative person, that's technically they still played an important role in it. And it's all about teaching you, like they said, being selfless and thinking about the whole instead of just you as an individual.
So one of the fundamental lessons of being a part of the sport is you must understand the concept of team.
Definitely. Definitely.
Fundamental.
And so if you come there and you thinking that you come in there to take over,
Well, from we start
you
practicing.
know, Bahamians like to be in
Oh,
charge.
yeah, oh, yeah,
And
no,
we like to
we-
take
I
over,
get
and
it.
we like to let everybody
And
know.
the reason I chuckle is that we have an internal process that is a humbling process. Number one, if you think you funny, like I say, every practice you can get critiqued by the cast. And so you got to deal with criticism, because as with comedy, not everything you do is going to be funny. So you got to deal with constructive criticism from the start. But we also have, I don't want to call it hazing. I'd like to call it chafing. We can rough you up a little bit verbally. And what that means is that, you know,
hazing suggests you getting beat.
and we ain't doing that, you know. But we will test your verbal skills and your verbal wit, because if you say something and you leave an opening, somebody in the cast could jump on it, and they go make a comment a joke, and at some point, as with comedy, the joke is on you. You got to learn to deal with the joke being on you. And there have been people who came in and think they the funniest person, or you know what I mean, I'm some big person, and we will humble you. We will rag on you and rag on you and rag on you until you break. And the reason is because or leave. Because we here to work as a team. It ain't about you, it's about us.
So what you saying? Bahamian politicians can't survive the spot?
There are one or two. There are one or two who could survive, right? But it's obvious that our political, not class, but the political space, that they could take some cues and some lessons from this form of theater and this art.
No wonder you have Dion Fitzmiller as the
Very much
MP who getting voted out.
That's just how it rolls sometimes, you know what I mean? I didn't do nothing. That's the people of Justice Gardens.
And so this coming Saturday, tomorrow night, next Saturday and the following Saturday, it's the people's time.
well,
It's the people's time to laugh. Come out and have a good time.
In Justice Gardens, the government now is in power is the FNMM.
What is the FNMM?
The Foreign National Money Movement. And the PLPP is the Poor Little People's Party. And there are two main juggernauts in Justice Gardens. The DNAA, they don't really count per se. That I don't even remember.
They have like 3 members.
What they mean. Yeah.
There are 3 members.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't vote for themselves.
Who didn't vote for themselves?
Yeah.
Well,
But
Brian did. But everyone else.
So the DNAA, they get Brian as the leader, still got Brian as the leader.
Yeah, well, this year things have changed. Is a bit of role reversal, but they still only have 3 members.
That's the most important part.
That's the most important part.
But for the next 3 Saturdays, if you're enjoying the conversation with us now, believe it, you're gonna have yourself a really good time. If you enjoyed that commercial, that's the kind of creative, we give creative people the space to, like I say, when you create a character, I can't tell you how the character is to be. You have to embody that character. It's your creation. And all we can do is help you to mold it into something that is more acceptable, if necessary, to the Bahamian public. And so, come on out, come enjoy yourself. Inside Out Productions is the production company owned by my brother and I that produced the spot. And, we'd like for you to come on out and taste our brand of comedy. And look for us, on TV. These shows will be taped by Rev TV, and we will turn it into a TV show again. And so there'll be a 3rd season of the Spot 242 on Rev TV sometime in the new year. Based on what is done over the next 3 weeks. And then look for us to do a few more TV shows and a few more live shows coming in the near future.
Someone wants you to respond to this. The spot, please convey to the people who are not book smart, but only street smart. They're suggesting that your comedy is over the head of the average Bahamian. Your style comedy.
Well.
No. That's their perception, and I guess for some people it may.
I like that.
For some people it may be, but I would guarantee that if they come and see the show, there's a little bit for everybody. Our audience is 8 to 80. Yeah. We do intellectual
Blind,
comedy,
cripple, or crazy.
Intellectual comedy for dummies.
I promise it's a spectrum. Like there will be intellectual jokes, like especially like if you got a character like Aaron knows a lot about what's currently going on in Bahamian news, especially in the area like politics or society and stuff. So I could depend if I on stage with Aaron.
Aaron says she didn't need to be in any more depot hot water than she
yeah,
already
yeah,
is.
yeah. But like at the same time, like I said, we spoke about it. Like you have certain characters. Literally, it's about that surface level laugh. Like some characters will come out on stage literally if there was a big adult sized diaper that they could fit in. I know a few people in sport who would wear that diaper, walk out
We've
on stage.
actually done that before.
Exactly.
Before he showed up.
And they don't
okay.
have to say a thing. Just stand on stage. And what I think people don't get about being an audience member when you're watching the sport, I felt it for the first time last year where I knew the magic existed in the cast, but then I sat in the audience and watched it because I was a part of a skit that made me get into the audience, but my skit was over and I was watching the skit and I was a part of the magic. Like everyone in the audience could not stop laughing and I couldn't stop laughing either. And I was like, oh, this is what this feels like, because it's more than just laughing at a joke. It's like, wait, I can't stop laughing. Like, what's going on?
I only upset because you were supposed to be in the back.
And he gone.
And he on the side watching. I only play. This is only a joke.
But there is the space that theater provides, stage performance provides, right? And to be an audience member for stage is different from being an audience member in the movie theater, in the cinema, right? And watching a movie on screen. It's a completely different experience, and it draws in the audience member because we're literally creating this world in front of you with minimal props, body language, a little joke and eye movement, right? And we make up props as we go, the door, the table,
Right.
and those things. And so, I'd say to people, if you get a chance, please come and watch the stage performance. If you enjoyed it on television, come and see it live. It
Right.
is a completely different experience.
So, before we get into the serious talk about theater and how we develop theater in the Bahamas moving forward with improv as a part of this mix of dynamic productions that we can create annually for the benefit of the Bahamian people and all those who visit the Bahamas, I want to put you guys on the spot.
Dun dun dun.
You get 2 minutes to come up with a 3-minute improv that we can do live in studio today to give the audience an opportunity to hear what improv comedy is like.
Are we just coming up with our
You
own
coming
idea?
up with
or
your
Get a
own
topic.
idea.
Would someone send us a topic? Send us a
Yeah.
topic to the text line.
Okay, if you text us the topic, 422-4796, 422-4796. And if they don't text it, you got to come up with
Yeah,
it.
we'll come up with something.
Okay.
But keep it clean, Bahamas.
We will find out how talented these people are when we continue on Let's Talk Live on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM in a moment.
What you want, Charmaine?
I tell you, my mother named me Sha Mena.
What you want,
I
Charmaine?
made the detergent wet.
Listen, I'm trying to watch this show.
What is this you're trying to watch from?
Just the spot 242, and if I miss it, then I gotta wait till next week.
Girl, you crazy? Wearing by the TV, you know you could watch this live?
What? Where?
Yes, girl, right down there by the Dundas on Market Street.
Oh, when?
August 11th, the 18th, and the 25th.
Girl, you going with me?
How you mean I don't miss that for the world?
Oh, what it costs to go?
Well, it's $20 when you get it in advance,
Uh-huh,
you know?
uh-huh.
Or you can catch all 3 shows for one little wax special, only $50.
Girl, we can catch that.
Yes, and even if you come to the door, it's only $25. But what you gonna say for that $25 ain't worth it.
Hey,
Yes,
but
girl.
yeah, look like I gotta wait to come to Ultra Wash to see the show.
No, girl, you could be in Justice Gardens for yourself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Aha! Ultra Wash.
They wrinkle ya, sprinkle ya, whenever the light on.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Live on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. On this Friday, we're talking the spot today, and they say you get 2 tickets. Is it VAT free or
Watt. In
Watt.
Justice Gardens
Watt
is
free?
Watt.
Is it
Yeah.
VAT free or 0 rated?
Watt
No,
free.
It's watt free, but you still have to pay VAT.
It's VAT free, but you still got to pay VAT.
Yeah, because they 2 different things.
Okay.
Government is charges for VAT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Like we legally can need that 12%.
so we had several recommendations for your performance. Should I read them?
Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Someone says give a Bahamian man the right to have all the children born in the Bahamas the automatic right to Bahamian.
Okay.
Someone else say, back on the island in the field at 5 a.m.
That's pregnant with possibilities.
You don't know what I'd be doing in the field at 5 a.m.
What is Bahamas
Keep it
Carnival?
clean. What is Bahamas Carnival?
Someone go into Miami one day and come back speaking American. And the next person say, keep the lights on.
All right.
So you got a choice. You make your choice. Process of elimination. Which is the most current issue that you want to tackle today?
Since
you
we're
go with
speaking
the
of
most current.
Since we're speaking of current, cheapest we keep the current on.
Keep the current on. Huh?
Okay.
That's what we're going to go.
Everyone down with that? Keep the current on? All right. Me.
Okay.
You ready?
It's all yours. The stage is yours.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, and thank you for joining us here on The Water Closet. Today's numbers, folks, are 2188, brought to you by Better Luck Next Time. And today I have with me one of the residents from the gardens in which homes are. If you could let me know, sir, your discrepancy at this time. Why are you here today?
Yeah, you see? Well, I don't know if y'all know, but for the past 3 days, see they saying the current been off. And they talking about it been off for the past 3 hours in the past 3 days. So that's at least 9 hours when you think about it. So I feel like what BPL need to do is give me 9 hours back. Because I can need them. My milk spoiling. My sausage ain't frozen no more. And my ice, that's water.
Okay.
Cheapest I drink that.
Now, sir, I noticed that you do have a line running from your neighbor's yard to yours. Would that have anything to do with the situation you're in at this time?
That is neither here nor there and does not need to be discussed publicly, okay?
My
neighbor
apologies.
don't even know about that, so shh.
Okay, all right.
We need to cut that out.
No problem. We're now going to go. I'm receiving word that we are with the executives actually at the headquarters there, the Ministry of Works on People's Nerves, etc. Thank you for joining us. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes. Good day.
Welcome, sir. Minister.
Yes, ma'am.
What is going on, please, sir?
Well, as the Minister of Works on People's Nerves, I must say that we try our best to accomplish, full electricity at all times. We try.
You try.
It isn't exactly what we do all the time. And so, from time to time, we happen to have these outages, which are, minor inconveniences for people. But I think we should give it over to the head of BPL to further explain what actually happened last night. All I know is that the lights did go off. They were off for a lengthy period of time.
Yeah, nine hours, as I understand.
Well, I think it was 3 hours yesterday due to some type of load shedding, I guess.
Okay.
But let's talk to the BPL CEO, and they should be able to explain.
All right, if you could pass her the telephone, please, and then we'll be able to have a word with her. Hello?
So listen, you and
Hello?
You're going to hide those figures, right?
Oh.
You got the phone.
The phone is...
What do you want right now?
Hello?
Good morning, Bahamas.
Yes.
I'd like to send an island-wide good morning to everyone out there that could hear me.
Yes.
I would like to, first of all, apologize for the power outage. It appears as if none of the lights was on. And I'm sorry.
That's good. Say you sorry.
I don't know what happened, but I am working on it. I am working on it. I have sent my best men out for breakfast, and when they come back, I'm going to continue working on it.
So, Mrs. Johnson, I noticed here also that you have been paid $222,188 for your bonus this year. Is there a chance that you could have used any of those funds toward, in fact, keeping the light on?
The more important question is how much of that money was Bitcoin, right? Because it don't make any sense. I can't spend it. And to answer your question, I spent 50 cents on paper.
Okay. So what exactly happened? Are you able to tell the constituents of the gardens in which people live what happened with their electricity?
I mean, other than it going off.
Right,
Or
correct.
You want a more technical response.
Well, maybe something like as to why it actually happened. Nothing too major.
You mean because the machine stopped working?
Right.
Yeah.
But can you be more, let's say, detailed or intricate in your explanation as to, how it actually happened?
Well, I can be honest with you, I don't know. But this boy here makes half as much as I do, and he have to know.
Okay, well, if you could just pass him the phone, let's speak with the boy here, who would be able to tell us more about what's going on. Hello?
Yeah, I respect this Arnold Bay here talking.
All right, Arnold, welcome to the Water Closet. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
So what exactly happened?
Well, you see, what is going on, if we could get to the meat and the grind of it, I hear you got someone there up to the show, and he complaining, and I need to know, did he ever step on someone clocks at 12?
Okay.
He ever step on someone clocks at 12?
I'm not sure, Mr. Arnold.
You
I'm
ever
not sure.
bathe in the sun? Like if you going out to the beach and you look at your skin and it's a little different under your shirt? Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so the vibe. So this
Right.
what's going on.
Yes.
So you see we have these things where we just put inside the engine, make sure she can cool. But she wasn't cooling. So why biz? We try get some Lasco, right? And we put all the Lasco by the engine to try and cool the fan, make sure everything going. But time now, phone ringing off. I ain't even answer the phone. How does I get my cell number talking about electricity? So I tell him we putting the Lasco fan there. But then we have about 30 Lasco fans by this engine, right? And we
Okay.
thinking, okay, current coming back on, we could cool the vibe. And then we realized, boy, how we could plug this in if we ain't got no current?
And so technically, that is what happened with the power yesterday.
This is powerful. Thank you very much for joining us. We thank the resident from the gardens in which people live, the
but
minister
before you
works
go-
on people's nerves, and the executive from You had one more comment, ma'am?
I just wanted to say, I think it's unreasonable for the people of New Providence to expect a continuous supply of electricity.
Real
Like,
talk.
I could get it to you in blocks. Like, if you want 15 minutes of power, I could do that with no problem. But continuously is going to be a problem.
Even the sun don't shine all day, Bahamians.
Well, yes, thank you again. And in the words of the executive there, yeah, you know what, will sweat. Again, folks, this is the Water Closet. The numbers for today, 322, brought to you by Better Luck Next Time. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
We need to let you host the balance of the show. You seem like you did a good job, a great job hosting the show. They got to bring you on.
She's excellent, right?
She is.
And so
Excellent.
when you catch her character, we have her doing them kinds of things because naturally that's the type of person.
She is a serious one.
Right.
But if anyone want to pay her for it, her name is Gail Hanna. You can find her.
Yeah, she was excellent. Gail was excellent. What my boy name? Mabaya.
Shad first.
Mabaya. Please.
your
please.
real
No,
name.
No, the
Arnold
guy
Boyhill.
Arnold Mabay.
Arnold
Mabay.
See, that show you is real improv. She said this boy here. He said my name is Arnold Boy here, and now he done forget what he say when he was on stage.
That's exactly how it happened.
Well, that's improv for you now. You know, I was impressed. I was impressed that in a couple of minutes y'all were able to create that dialogue, and you know it made sense. It made sense. It started with the fellow who was teething electricity, current, and didn't want nobody to know. the minister who ain't know nothing.
Well, you know, that's typical of most ministers, whether you in Justice Gardens or in Nassau.
and the GM who only know a little something and can't explain why she getting all this money.
I don't need to know why you do this money.
and then Mabaya who tried to cool the generators with fans, and they had no current.
No. Ain't think about it.
Oh yeah, y'all are pretty good. And so let's talk about theater. Let's talk about serious theater now. That's a good part of theater. That's a part of what Bahamians need to help to create entertainment in the country. We have always been talking about an entertainment industry.
Yes.
But the Dundas Center for the Performing Arts lie dormant for the greater percentage of the year. We have seen the number of productions decrease dramatically over the years.
Very much so.
What are we going to do
Well,
to stimulate a theater industry in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas?
Well, I would say over the last 5 years especially,
I think production companies have increased actually, and there have been more performances over the last 5 years than say over the previous 10 years, and that's a good thing. We have a lot of young people, Rashad's age, in their early 20s that are eager to jump into this entertainment industry, whether it's film, TV, or live entertainment. And I am very much encouraged. When we started the sport years ago, it was Michael Pintard and his crew. It was Track Road and their crew. It was Thought Catcher and the Spot, and I think one other production company. I can't remember the name now, but it was generally us four that were doing stage productions on a consistent, relatively consistent basis. And so to see now that there are other companies popping up, the Dundas, I think when we started, we were one of the few, or probably at the time, other than James Catlin. We were the only other company that produced a season of shows. And we're thankful to the Bahamian public that they enjoy what we do, and we've been able to do it for the last 12 seasons. The fact that people spend their money to come out and see us every week, whether we do 3 shows like we are doing now, or in the past we've done up to 16 shows. People support us, and we appreciate it. Now, I will be honest, the majority of the money goes right back into keeping the show alive. So we have not yet been able to turn it into profit.
We haven't monetized the industry to the point where these people who are required
we could do this
perform
full time
on stage are receiving some remuneration for the efforts that they make.
And we do. We do pay our actors, but it is minuscule for the amount of time they put in. When you think 4 months of practice, 2 nights a week, that's that's quite taxing on a person, especially if you have a family and stuff. You know what I mean? And so it's a lot to ask of people, and most of us do it for the love of it and for the love of the industry and to expand theater. One thing when we got into it, we realized that it helped expand the repertoire of what theater offers in the Bahamas.
Right.
So you can go to a Shakespeare in Paradise, which gives you Shakespeare, and a bunch of other types of theater. You could come to the Spot and get a totally different type of theater, but all very engaging, and I think it bodes well for the future. I see TV, stage shows. I think the Dundas in say maybe 5 years will probably be hopefully 70% booked out during the year.
So we're talking about serious theater.
Right.
I want to say, as a comedian, an improv, political
Serious theater.
satirist, right? That this is serious theater, right? And as a political satirist, an improv, it's a lot of energy spent ensuring that you always know where the boundaries are, and that you can balance the line, right, appropriately and professionally. We aim to bring a number of serious moments to our show, right? That we accommodate laughing. We understand why people would laugh, but the intention is to have a serious moment. But to talk about serious theater, we got to talk about, or taking theater seriously.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right, we got to
Taking it
talk
seriously.
about the orange economy, the cultural economy, the billions of dollars that are generated worldwide through the production and distribution of cultural material. And the Spot has been a part of building the portfolio of stage performance.
One of the things in our country, we talk about the development of these things, but these things require leadership. For the Dundas to achieve 70% bookings year-round in the next 5 years or the next 10 years requires some strong leadership in that sector to inspire people to want to be a part of this sector. The second part is that we have to find the formula
Yes.
to
Monetize.
monetize this sector
Exactly.
if it is going to be taken seriously as a part of the whole life of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, the experience of the Bahamas, because theater is here and there. It's not consistent. It's not sustainable. People coming to the Bahamas can't say, oh, I want to see this show or that show. We don't have a good mix of stage
Genres.
performances, genres,
Right.
like the musicals, the Bahamian musicals that we can create,
Right.
the comic relief that we can bring through your type comedy and through the prepared script comedy, that all of these things, the drama, the serious drama, we need to find a way to develop it.
We need a leader that understands what cultural imperialism is, right? When a smaller country is right next door to one of the largest countries in the world,
Right.
it's very easy for that big country's culture and media to consume your small country and its media and its people, right? So you need to have a leader that understands the role of theater for nation building, defining your cultural voice and who we are as a people, because we could see examples in the region. The theater is at the center of the national movements. Even Marcus Garvey used theater as a part of his program, teaching Africans how to be free people. And so we need a leader that understands the importance of theater and arts and culture as national development.
So these two younger performers, what motivates what motivates you to continue to be a part of, or to develop a I don't know if you call it a career, but to develop your passion for theater? What motivates you?
Well, I definitely, I call it a potential career for sure, and the only reason I say that is because
Is it a demographic we
yeah, because I've been able to, as an actor and as a music artist and stuff, I've been able to make money, and I've been able to have situations where it's like, oh, like if I do this on a consistent basis, I'd be straight. This would literally be my job. But like piggybacking off of what Aaron said with us being so close to America, I think what it did too is that we were raised on a lot of American television, American movies, American media outlets, and as a result, every time we see a Bahamian, especially a Bahamian who at the beginning stages of developing within this industry, we expect them to be on par with the kinds of things we used to seeing, and we critique. We don't even, a lot of times people don't even give you an honest critique, because as far as they're concerned, oh, I'm gonna hurt his feelings if I tell him the truth and stuff. So as a young Bahamian actor, because I've been acting from I was in school, so like I really wish the sport or something like the sport existed when I was in school, because that would have made so much of a difference, because a lot of school programs, they don't really take into account the theater club, the drama club and stuff. They don't take it as seriously as they should, and there are a lot of Bahamians, that's their calling, that's the thing that they feel they meant to do, and if no one there to nourish that or water that seed, they'll never know, and they'll be failing in class or failing at sports and never truly being able to tap into their potential. So that's why, like, I think theater is important, and I don't even think, like, we necessarily don't have a lot of things going on, because I've been a part of a lot of stuff this year that's in terms of like different plays, musicals, shows, movies, all that stuff happening here. But it's just, I think the Bahamian audience still expecting Bahamian performers to not be up to par, because we got used to seeing things that weren't that good. But if you actually come out and you sit down and watch it and you are part of it, you realize, wow, there's some serious talent in this country that is actually worthy of being placed on the world stage.
Hello.
Sorry about that. No, but I serious about that one. I was thinking about that.
Yeah, you said a lot. I think also the Bahamian theater crew is still, I don't want to say ostracized, but put into a particular category. And there's still a stigma attached to being in theater due to its history and stuff like that. And a lot of Bahamians, in my opinion, have to get over that sort of thinking to bring, because to be honest with you, the people that attend these events attend each event like this. You will see generally the same people coming to these shows, not discrediting their support. But in terms of the Bahamian public, I think there needs to be a mindset shift toward theater as a viable method of entertainment. And not only that, it's a mirror, because we as a society, if what we're doing here now is you're laughing, but you're in it. And when I was thinking about that when the texter had mentioned, intellectual things going over your head, when it's really, we are showing you yourself. Now, whatever level you relate to it on is up to you, of course. But what we're doing and what theater does and everything is like to show the culture, to show what's going on. And you as a Bahamian would then be able to come and see that and experience that for yourself. So I think getting over that idea that only theater people do this, or a particular kind of people are a part of this, would also be a great help in shifting that as well.
I personally think that one of the best things I've seen so far is the grant, the $1 million grant that the government has given in this budget cycle to not only theater companies but performing arts companies. And our company will definitely go to try and get some of that cash. And I recommend that anybody out there who is creative and look to have a good idea that they think that they can jumpstart with a grant from the government, go and jump on it. We need capital, access to capital. Many Bahamians have wonderful ideas. They just need the capital to make it happen. I mean, we have been doing this for 12 seasons, and it's still a struggle to find sponsorship to put a show. I mean, our show costs us roughly $5,000 for this, $5,000 to $6,000 for this season. We could spend $2,000 a night just to put on the performance.
Yeah, and you can't find 3 sponsors to give you $2,000.
Unfortunately, not.
Wow.
Spot 242 looking for sponsors now.
Okay. Any final comments? Reminders about the show?
It's August 11th, August 18th, and August 25th at the Dundas. The tickets are $20 in advance. Advance mean today. Or tomorrow, but before the show start. You can get them online. Eventbrite. So is it eventbrite.com? Okay, get them online, eventbrite.com. If you need, you can email us at thespot242@gmail.com, insideout242@gmail.com if you need tickets. If you have any questions or concerns about the spot or Inside Out, feel free to hit us up. You could add us and like us, share us on Facebook, The Spot 242, Instagram, The Spot 242.
So, doors open what time? Curtain time what time?
Doors open at 7:30. Curtain time is 8 p.m. We should have you out there by 10 or shortly after.
If you have enough breath left to leave.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, come there prepared to laugh for a long period of time. Like, it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen. Guaranteed.
No pressure.
We guarantee you a laugh.
Yeah.
A belly busting laugh for sure.
Laughter is healthy. Don't run from it.
Okay. Thank you all very much for joining me today.
Thank you very much, Carter.
Yes,
Thank you.
Look forward to this season of The Spot and The Spot, and you can get your tickets in advance, $20, $25 at the door. Doors open at 7:30 tomorrow.
And if
Curtain
you,
time,
if you
8
know
o'clock.
Maybelline, she could hook you up. I ain't afraid to be corrupt.
Sound like she's Bahamian. Today's show is brought to you by Sky Bahamas. Looking for that flight of a lifetime, you can fly with Sky. Fidelity Bank Bahamas. Sunshine Insurance Agents and Brokers, where you'll find local knowledge and global reach. Bahamas Striping Group of Companies. Quality products and excellent service they provide. Bahamas Air, we don't just fly here, we live here. Bahamas Air. Pioneer Bright, nobody solves cleaning challenges better than Pioneer Bright. By Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services in the country. And by Screws and Fasteners. For all your screws and fastener needs, visit Screws and Fastener World at the intersection of Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street. Join us again on Monday morning at 10 o'clock for another edition of Let's Talk Live. Until then, I'm Carlton Smith.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
My mother named me Sha Mena.
What you want,
I
Tammy?
needed detergent when.
Listen, I'm trying to watch this show.
What is this we're trying to watch? So?
Just the spot 242, and if I miss it, then I gotta wait till next week.
Girl, you crazy? When but the TV, you know you could watch this live?
What? Where?
Yes, girl, right down there by the Dundas on Mackey Street.
Oh, when?
August 11th, the 18th, and the 25th.
Girl, you going with me?
How you mean I don't miss that for the world?
Oh, what it costs to go?
Well, it's $20 when you get it in advance,
Uh-huh,
you know?
uh-huh.
Or you can catch all 3 shows for one little wax special, only $50.
Girl, we can catch that.
Yes, and even if you come to the door, it's only $25. But what you're gonna save for that $25 is worth it.
Hey,
Yes,
but
girl.
yeah, I look like I gotta wait to come to Ultra Wash to see the show.
No, girl, you could be in Justice Gardens for yourself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Aha! Ultra Wash.
They wrinkle ya, sprinkle ya, whenever the light on.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas. Nassau, Bahamas. Nassau, Bahamas. Nassau, Bahamas. Nassau, Bahamas. Nassau, Bahamas. Nassau, Bahamas.